Hello, welcome to my videos on my blog. In this time, I'm going to talk about what happened today on FIFA Club World Cup 2025, day 25. Today was play started the semifinals run with the first day of semifinals. Sorry, where in this first semifinal series, the Chelsea didn't have any problem. Defeated to 0 Fluminense, and with this victory, the Chelsea qualified to the final, and Fluminense was eliminated. So let's talk about a little more about this game. Well, remember that in the quarterfinals, the Fluminense defeated the Al Hilal 2-1 and advanced to the semi-final, in which the Fluminense battled more than they expected, but in the end, they got the victory and they qualified to the semi-final run. And about the Chelsea battled more than they expected, but in the end, they could defeat the Palmeiras 2-1 and they advanced to the semi-final. About the semi-final, it was a back-to-back games against the Brazilian teams to Chelsea, and the third game that the Chelsea played against a Brazilian team. Remember that in the group stage, they surprisingly lost against the Palmeiras 0-2, and for that reason they finished as a second place in the Group D. About this game, the favorite was the Chelsea because, how I have told you, the European teams, especially the league teams like the Chelsea, are better teams than the rest of the teams in the rest of the world, especially in the CONMEBOL teams. That I think that they are one tier down from the European teams. About this game, the favorite was Chelsea, and they proved that why the European teams are better than the CONMEBOLs and the rest of the teams. Where about this game, the Chelsea was the best team from the beginning to the end, and I think that the Chelsea didn't play its best football, and they won this game easily because the Chelsea should have won this game by minimum another goal difference because they played a tremendous game. About Fluminense, they didn't play a good game, but one factor was that because the Chelsea played a tremendous game and the Fluminense didn't have any option. About this game, the Chelsea started in a very well where they were attacking, and in the minute 18, Joao Pedro, the Fluminense former player, scored a golazo, and Chelsea were leading 1-0 in the minute 18. From that minute to around 10 to 20 minutes after the Chelsea's first goal, Fluminense played its best football of the game, where they had the opportunity to score a goal, but they couldn't. Where John Arias had the opportunity to score a goal in a counter attack, but he missed it because Cucurella stopped it almost in the Chelsea goal, and they avoided the goal, and Chelsea were still in 1-0. Also later of that, the Fluminense had a penalty because Chelsea defender, because the ball touched in the Chelsea defender, but after that the referee said that it wasn't an intentional hand, and it was a natural movement, from the hand, and it was avoided the penalty. And after that, in the last 5-10 minutes of the first half, the Chelsea closed better, and in the half time, the Chelsea were leading the game 1-0. In the first 5-10 minutes of the second half, the Fluminense started better, where they have some goal option, but they couldn't score a goal. But in the minute 26, the game was over because in a counter attack, where before that the Fluminense had the opportunity to score a goal, they couldn't. And in a counter attack that finishes, Joao Pedro scored another golazo. He scored the second goal from him and from the Chelsea, and in that moment the game was over because Chelsea was leading the game 2-0. After that, Fluminense, it looked like that they put their hands down because they couldn't attack anymore. Chelsea had the game under control, and Fluminense only put the motion in the last 5-10 minutes of the game because Chelsea relaxed. But in the end, Chelsea won the game 2-0, and they qualified to the final. About the Fluminense, my hands up because they did a very tremendous performances, because they finished in the second group, in the group F, Group F, where where the Dortmund won that group in the round of 16. Fluminense did a surprise and defeated the Inter Milan 2-0. In the quarterfinal, defeated the Al Hilal 2-1, and they lost unfortunately in the semifinals. And about the Chelsea, congratulations to the Chelsea, because they arrived more than I expected, because I never expected that they were gonna to arrive to the final. The Chelsea finished second in the Group D by surprise of everyone, but I think that this was best for them because they avoided the Bayern Munich in the round of 16 in Schenks. The Chelsea defeated the Benfica in the round of 16, where that game was stopped by more than 2 hours by the weather problems. In the quarterfinals, the Chelsea play against Palmeiras, where the Chelsea suffered more than I expected, but in the end they could defeat the Palmeiras and won that game. And Chelsea in this semi-final play against the Fluminense back-to-back Brazilian team, the third time that they play against a Brazilian team in this tournament, but they didn't have any problem and won that game. So now the Chelsea will wait from rival, where tomorrow will play the two of the favorite teams to win this tournament, where the PSG, the reigning champions in the Champions League, will play against Real Madrid, the best team in the history, according to the result, not about me. And this game will be played tomorrow in the semi stadium, in the MetLife Stadium, in the East Rutherford, New Jersey, against the Real Madrid. This will be a tremendous game, and I think the winner of this game is gonna to win the championship. So, how you know, the Chelsea qualified to the final, and in the quarterfinal, the PSG defeated the Bayern Munich, another favorite team to win this tournament, 2-0, and they will qualify to the semi-final, where I think that this was a very close game, but that game was defined for the quality of the PSG players. And about the Real Madrid had an easy game. They defeated the Borussia Dortmund 3-2, where the most emotion of this game was in the stopping time in the second half, where it was scored 3 goals. But in the end, Real Madrid won that game. About this game, I have been saying that my favorite team to win this tournament is the PSG, because they won the UEFA Champions League 2024-2025, and they are the best team in this moment, in my opinion. But you can bet against Real Madrid. It's something that I have learned in the past, and also you can never bet against Real Madrid when they play a knockout game, and a very important game. But to be honest, I think in this moment the PSG is a better team than the PSG. So I think that this game is going to be defined in some details, like what happened in the last game, in the PSG last game against the Bayern, where I think how I told you that the PSG is better team than Real Madrid. So I think that the PSG is going to win this game by 2 goal difference, and the PSG is going to advance to the final. So, and we'll play against the Chelsea. So I hope you like this video, and if you have any comment or suggestion, you can write me in the social media platform. So see you in the next video.